वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of Sri Guruji, Gurudev, all the three, all the sages, the gods and goddesses, and I bow to all of you. I specially pray to Sri Guruji to think through me, speak through me, and act through me. Jai Guru. Basically, we are in the fifth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So far, what the Lord has done is, He has told us, as far as lifestyle is concerned, we have a choice. Either we can continue in the Prabhuti Marga or as a Grihastha, or we can continue on Nibruti Marga, which is Sannyasa Ashram. So either it is Grihastha is acceptable, Sannyasa Ashrama is also acceptable. So we have a choice. But the way the Lord has put it, His preference one can see is basically for Grihastha. Why? There are two reasons we can think of immediately is Grihastha Ashrama is less risky because you have the security of the family for psychological, emotional support. And then you can anytime get out of Grihastha Ashrama and join Sannyasa Ashrama. As far as Sannyasa Ashrama concerned, the problem is there. You have no security which a Grihastha Ashram provides. Security of income, provisions, emotional support, psychological support, it may not be there, which is available for a Grihastha. This is one. Second, once you have chosen to join Sannyasa Ashrama, you cannot go back. We had seen last time that in Bhagavatam it is written that to give up, to renounce your renouncement. That means if you want to give up your Sannyasa Ashrama, it is like you are eating your own vomit. So very strong words have been used. So that means it is a no return path. So if one is not very sure, one should not get into sannyasa marga. So it is better to continue as a grihastha. So we have an option whether to continue as a grihastha or take up sannyasa ashram. As far as sannyasa is there, we have a choice. Then whatever, then he talks about the sadhana a seeker can adopt. One is karma yoga, another is jnana yoga. So here there is no choice. Like in case of ashrama, we had a choice whether you can continue as a grihastha or want to join a sannyasa ashrama. But as far as sadhana is concerned, both are necessary. We had seen karma yoga is necessary to have chitta suddhi, which will provide, otherwise known as jnana yoga. Then you get the qualification, yogyata. Jnana yogyata, you get it. Qualification to join Jnana Yoga. Karma Yoga provides that. Then what will happen? Once you follow Jnana Yoga, then you will have the knowledge about your own self. So there is no choice here, one after the other. Karma has its role, Jnana has its role. One cannot replace the other. If Karma Yoga is like a fast aid, Jnana Yoga is like a full treatment. Then one said, why fast aid is necessary? Fast aid is necessary because at that moment, you need something to survive till you get into the hospital. So similarly, Karma Yoga is necessary to attain Chitta Suddhi so that you will be able to go into Jnana Yoga and then continue till you get the knowledge about who you really are. So this is the route map Lord has talked about. Then what has happened from 7th till the 13th verse, Lord is talking about these sadhanas. And we had seen last time, if you remember, we had the Prasad Baba is not there, is it? Is there? Or no? I think we completed 8th and 9th verse, correct?
Yes, Baba.
8th and 9th verse. So, if we look at the 8th and 9th verse, we said, Naiba kinchit karomi ti yukto manneta tattvavid prasyan sunvan sprusvan jigran asnan gachan swapan swasan prapran visrujan gruhan nirmisan unmisan api indriyani indriyarthesu vartanta iti dharayan. So, in the verse 8 and 9, what the Lord has given, that in and through every action an individual goes through. We had seen, because Prussian, see, Sunyan to hear, Sprucian to touch, then Jigran to smell, then Asnan to eat, then Gachan, walk, Swapan, that means when you are sleeping, Swasan, when you are breathing, then Pralapan, that whatever you are talking, then Visrujan, that means excretion, then Gruhan, whatever you accept, Nimishan, Nimishan means to see, Ulmishan is to close it. So, whatever action, activities, by the 5 karmendriyas and 5 jnanendriyas, all the action, what is saying, it is indriyani indriyarthesu vartanta iti dharaya. So he is treating that this is my sense organs and they are interacting with the same subjects of this world. So that means my body, mind, and intellect are interacting with the things of this world, the persons in this world, and in the interacting with the events of this world, but I have nothing to do with it. He remains as a witness consciousness. So that now he has made a gap because he has understood who he really is. So now between his higher I and lower I, he has developed a gap. So now he is feeling that this lower I is interacting with the things of this world for his own sustenance. So I have nothing to do with it. So this he has talked about in 8th and 9th verse. Indriyani indriyarthesu vartanta iti dharayan. Naiva kinchit karomiti. I have never doing anything yukto manne tattvavid. So yukta, that means he is connected. Connected with what? Connected with his higher self. Yukta Mannet means he thinks he is connected with his higher self. Tattvavit. Tattvavit means he has now understood who he is really are. That is the Tattvam. Tattvavit means he is established, he is hooked into that Tattva. In and through all his actions, he never forgets that he is that higher I and he is not interacting with this world. What is interacting with this world is his lower I through his sense organs, mind, and intellect. That is only interacting with this world. He has nothing to do with it. So, this is what Lord has talked about in 8th and 9th verse. Let's look at the 10th verse. Let me share that with my screen. You see now?
Yes, Baba, we can see.
So we have to go to the 10th verse, sorry, 11th verse. ब्रह्मणाध्याय कर्माणि संयं त्यक्त्वा करोति यः लिप्यते न स पापेन पद्मपत्र विभम्भसा. So now he is giving here in this particular verse what happens to a jnani when he is interacting with this world. So whatever he has told us in the 8th and the 9th verse, in the 10th verse he is summarizing it. What he is saying, because now that he has got his higher eye, so in its presence, the trial and tribulations of the lower eye doesn't have that impact, or it is negligible. So what is saying? So here we have to understand. We had last time also, if you remember, we had seen that when a person is beaten up by the police or the army, he feels pain. But when the freedom struggle was going on, people are going forward and they are being hit, but still they were rising up again, wanted to be hit. So that why? Is it not that it was painful? The blows on their physical body were not, hurting them. But what has happened? Because now they are no more the particular individual. Now he feels he is an Indian. So he has now found his higher eye. What is he is an Indian? When he feels that he is an Indian and whatever is there, it is his duty to stand up to the oppression and to get rid of this mechanism of imperialism. So what is happening? The blows, whatever is coming on his lower eye, that means he is individual, now he is able to take it. It's not that it was not painful, but because he has now lifted himself from an individual to an Indian, he is able to take that blow. Similarly, just imagine if you think that I am an Asian, I am a human being, I am a living being. The more and more you go and higher up your individuality, you take it up, then what happens? The trial and tribulations of the lower eye becomes that much of negligible. You will be able to take it. It's not that physical pain will not be there, but physical pain is not the samsara. The mental pain is the samsara. So when you find your higher eyes, what he was saying, mentally you are dissociating yourself with the lower eye and you are taking it up to the higher eye. So when you go up to the higher eye, whatever the trials and tribulations, that is on the lower eye, not on the higher eye. So in that case, what is happening? You are getting rid of the samsara, emotional individual, that you are letting go. But physical pain will be there. But physical pain is not the samsara. We had seen in the case of a child, small, who is maybe below 1 year, when he or she goes for an injection, when the doctor is injecting, they cry for only 2 seconds, correct? Why? Because they have no mental pain there. They have only physical pain. Physical pain is for 20 seconds or 10 seconds. It's finished. She cries, and before immediately he or she recovers. So physical pain is not the samsara. It is the mental pain. So the same injection, if an adolescent boy or girl takes it, or we are taking it, we are scared. We are thinking about the pain in advance. And then when we are taking the injection, we are feeling the pain. And after the injection also, we are thinking, oh, what has happened? And what will happen again? Because it is going to be sore, I will not be able to do this and that. But what happened to this child? Because he is only concerned with the physical pain. There is no mental pain there. But while we are carrying the mental pain. So mental pain is coming 3 times: before, during, and after. So you can imagine the load of this mental pain. So that you will be able to get rid of when you are associating with yourself with the higher eye. So what he's saying? So let's look at the verse. Brahmana dhaya karmani. So now, what is the higher self Lord is talking about here? Because in case of the example we took, we said that that individual is feel that he is an Indian or he is an Asian or he is an human being. So here he is saying you identify yourself with the God. So that Indianness is like godliness here. You offer it everything to the action because he's a karma yogi. So two principles work for a karma yogi. So what is that? Ishwara arpana bhava. So whatever actions you are doing, you offer it to the Lord. Then prasada buddhi. Whatever the result of these actions which is coming forth out of it, so you take as prasad. So what is happening? We are superimposing God into all our activities. So that's what his Lord is saying here. Brahmana dhyaya karmani. So every action you offer it to the Lord. So that is what Karma Yoga he is restating it. Brahmana dhyaya karmani sangam taktva karotiya. So sangam taktva. So he has got rid of the attachment to the actions. What is the attachment of the actions? When you are attached to the actions, that means you are doing it for your selfish desires, selfish interest, whatever there. Your focus is on what I am going to get out of it. So what is happening? That anxiety is always there that whether I am going to get it or not. Even before you start the action, because your focus is on the result of the action. So your anxiety is there. And then whatever then again the result is going to come, you are 99% of the cases you are not satisfied because our expectations are always more than what we receive. That is how human nature is all about. So that also you are not satisfied. That brings in agony, the result, and in anticipation of the result also that anxiety, anxiousness is also there. That is sangam. So that is a result which comes out of our attachment to action. So what is Lord is saying? If you offer it to the Lord, Brahmana Dhyaya Karmani, if you offer everything to the God, then what will happen? Sangam Tattva. So you will be able to get rid of this attachment to the actions, what comes along with the action. So you will be able to get rid of it. Then lipyate nasa papena. He will not be tainted with the papam. So what is the papam Lord is talking about here? It's a beautiful way of looking at it here. Let's see. One way is looking at is when you do the karma, karma can be, to understand this. The karma can be sakama karma or niskama karma. The niskama karma, when you are doing it, we are doing it for the society or somebody else, or you are doing something niskama karma, like that Brahmin boys they do that Sandhya Bandhanam you are doing, or you are doing a puja without any expectations. When you are doing Parayanam, you are doing it without any expectations. When you do that niskama karma, so whatever results is coming, so you are not bothered. You don't even think about it. You just do it. Okay, that is one part of it. But when the sakama karma comes, all the problems associated with karma comes. What is that? That anxiety and also agony when the result comes, and before the result, the anxiousness or anxiety comes. So how you get if the sakama karma is coming? Now he's saying, when you do any sakama karma, whatever you are doing it, if you do not do it properly, what happens? Not only you will not get the result, but there is something, the negative implications of whatever your action is also accused to you. That means if I am doing a niskama karma, I am doing a puja. Say, let's take an example. I am doing a puja. I have no expectations. I am doing this puja to get something. Even if there is some mistake in that puja, the system or the procedure, what will happen? I will not be penalized. But when you do that same puja with expectations that, okay, I'm going to get promotion or I'm going to get some, increment or I'm going to come fast in the class or whatever it is. When you do with a sakama intention that there, then what will happen if there is a procedural mistake is there in that puja? Then what will happen? Not only you will not gain what you want to gain, but you will get a negative marks as well. That is called papa. So this is one way of looking at it. That means when you do the sakama karma, and if you do not do it in the right way, there is a papam or some negative results will come. That is one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is every action you do, if you are not a karma yogi, so what will happen? The result of the action accrues to you. And where this result of the action will go? It will go to your sanchita karma. That means it is lengthening your trials and tribulations on this material world. That means every action you do is a papa. Are you getting it? Why every action is a papam? Because it is not only whatever results you are getting it, because it is lengthening your stay, your trials and tribulations in this material world. As it's lengthens because your sanchita karma there, then you take another birth after this, after the death of this particular physical body. So that means every action, not only action, that means because action is also preceded by a thought. Thought can also express itself in words or in action. That means thought, words, and actions. All three of them. What is going to happen? Even if any result comes, whatever results comes, ultimately it is going to be added to your sanchita karma. And sanchita karma, what will do? It will ensure that after this, the loss of this physical body in this life, you will get again another physical body. It is lengthens our trials and tribulations in this material world. So to that extent, it is also papa. So that's why he's saying, but if you offer it to the Lord, if you are a karma yogi, instead of becoming a karmi, if you became a karma yogi, then what will happen? Lipyate na sa papena. So you will be devoid of the negative implications of the karma phalas, because karma phalas you are taking is only as prasada. You are not attached to the actions, and then you are taking whatever results is coming as prasada. When you are not, it's not touching you, then what is here? The example he is giving, Padma Patra Vibhambasa. Padma Patra means the lotus leaf. Vibhambasa means the water. Like the lotus leaf doesn't get tainted in this water, even though he is coming out of the mud of the pond or the lake, whatever it is, but still the leaf is not tainted by the water of the pond. So similarly, even when you are in the samsara, you are having the physical body, you are engaged in actions. What will happen? Those actions will not touch you like the water doesn't touch the leaf of the lotus. So that's why he Brahmana Dhyaya Karmani. Let's look at the verse again. So Brahmana Dhyaya Karmani, when he is offering dedicating all his actions to the Lord, Sanjam Tattva Karoti. So he is not attached to the actions or the result of the action. Lipyate nasa papena. So he is not tainted by the result of those actions, by the performance of these actions. How? The Padma Patra Vibhambasa, like a lotus leaf which is not touched by the water of the lake or the pond. So this is the result of when between a karma yogi and a karmi. So this is the, again Lord is talking about the sadhana. So now let's go to the verse 11. Kaena manasa buddhya kevale indriyairapi yogina karma kurbanti Sangam Taktva Suddhaye, Sangam Taktatma Suddhaye. So here he is saying the karma yogi, while giving up his attachment, he is performing his actions with his body, kayana, body, mind, and buddhya, intellect. Whatever actions he is doing, it is only for Atma Suddhaye, for his purification of his mind. Let's look at it again. Here, what again? The same thing Lord is talking about, emphasizing the importance of resorting to actions as a karma yogi, as opposed to becoming a karmi. So, karma yoga can be done at three levels that we saw: kaika, vachika, manasa. Kaika means to the physical body, the action itself; vachika, to the words; and also manasa. Manasa means the thought process also. So we thought the thought, because every action is preceded by a thought, and that the thought results in either words or in action. And where the thought comes, where from the thought comes, can you tell us, anyone, how you get the thoughts? Where from the thoughts will come?
Baba, from a previous experience or
Yes,
whatever we
previous
are
experience, your attachments, correct. So this, because whatever we like most, whatever we dislikes most, that comes to our mind. So when we are meditating, those are the things which come to our mind. So similarly, when you are in this world, as and when you are interacting in this world, you are seeing so many things, but few things attract you. Because why? Because you like, or few things attracting you because you dislike them. So those are things, they get again strengthen our attachment to things and our hatred to things. And even when our sense organs are not interacting with this world, like we are meditating, we are closed our eyes, we are not listening, we are not closed, but then where thoughts is coming from the mind itself, from the previous experiences. So even when the sense organs are providing the current feeds, or even if current feeds are not coming into the mind, then mind itself goes back, and from the previous experiences, the thoughts waves they come in. Chitta vruti, that the vrutis has come as thoughts. That the chitta vruti will be coming. The mind, it is coming. So that's what he's saying. What he's saying? Kayena manasa buddhya kabale indriyapi. So he is only coming from where it is coming. It is only through the sense organ. Saying I have nothing to do with. And then Kayena manasa buddhya kurbanti yoginaha. So yogi, your yogi means the karma yogi, because there is a word atma suddhaya will come back. So here when Lord is talking about yogi, we have to understand this yogi is a karma yogi. If in the context of 6th chapter, which is talking about dhyana, meditation, if the word yogi is used there, it will be meaning it is a dhyana yogi. So he is a yogi who is meditation. He is resorting to meditation. So that's why the interpretations of a Bhagavad Gita, there is a way to do it that is otherwise called Mimamsa. Adi Shankara and Sri Ramanujacharya and all those, they are in their Bhashyam, in the Brahma Sutra, when they did that. So all those arguments, when they gave it, they resort to a particular style that is called Mimamsa style. That means every word, every expression, every verse, you have to interpret it in the way that is consistent with the thought process which is going through all the verses there. So you cannot have interpret in a way that it stands against the whole line of arguments, the line of thought which is being expressed through those verses. So that is called Mimamsa. So here, similarly, when we say yogi here in the verse 11, is yogi is a karma yogi. Why it is a karma yogi? We'll come back to that. So yogina, how they do the work? Kayena means to the physical body, manasa to the mind, and buddhya, intellect. Now, intellect, how, what is the actions we do in intellect? Now, whatever we are now listening to Bhagavad Gita, we are thinking about it, we are discussing about it, we are making arguments about it to understand better. So that is called buddha. So the actions in the intellect also. So whatever we are doing in our physical body, whatever the actions we are doing in our manasa, in thinking, and also by trying to understand certain things, kayena manasa buddhya. So whatever we are doing, they karmam kurbanti. They carry on their activities. Then how they do it? Sangam tyaktva. They're not attached to those actions. They're attached to the thoughts. Because when the moment a thought comes, like, okay, let me have a filter call. So now he thinks, oh, it is my higher I doesn't need filter call. It's my physical body which needs it. So let it be. Okay. Either you go for it or you say, oh, no, his physical body, he wants it. Let me not go for it. You can go it because you are developing a gap between your higher mind and lower eye. So when you have a gap between your higher and lower eye, then what happens? You do not react to situations. You act. Remember this. So whenever our major problem in life comes, we react to things because somebody had said something I have seen, some feedback has come, then I am reacting to it because reaction comes from instantly it comes. And it is comes, what sort of a reaction will come? Because it is mostly guided by my likes and dislikes. That means I am again strengthening my likes and dislikes through my reaction. But when I am aware of what actions I'm doing, that means if it is not reaction, but it's an action, then I know that if I am going to carry on this action, what is the result I am going to get? If I am always hooked on to my higher I, and I know that every action I should do, I have to dedicate it to the Lord so that I don't get attached to that action. I don't propitiate my likes and dislikes, then what will happen? So whenever anything is coming, even if somebody is shouting at me, somebody is using foul words against me, so what you will do, even if you say, what? Then immediately you realize that I am not this lower I am that higher I. So what? Even if he gets. So what will happen? Whatever the actions you will do, whether you want to choose to walk away from that situation or choose to remain silent in that time, or you just use saying that what he's saying is not correct. So whatever actions you make a choice, whatever actions you are going to take, you are making a choice, you are a considered choice you are making. When you act, then that is a majority of the cases you will not make a wrong thing. Once you know that you will not make a wrong thing, it may prove out ultimately wrong, but it will not be a wrong thing. So chances is there that you are a better person and you are making a conscious choice of the particular action. You are calling the shot. You are making a choice. But in case of reaction, it is not your choice. The choice is of the person who is trying to, provoke you. Because his action is provoking you into another action, that reaction. So who is the initiator of the reaction? Initiator of the reaction is the provocator. So he is calling the shots. You are a victim. And you are playing the role of a victim. So that is where we run into trouble. And that is where our resorting to karma yoga, always focused on our higher self, always first, yoga yukta, that word he has used in the 10th verse we saw, yoga yukta. So once you are attached to your higher I, then what will happen? These reactions go away. So that's what he is saying. Let's go to the verse. So yoginaha, see the second line, yoginaha karmam banti. Since they do by what? Aina, by body, manasa, by mind, by intellect, whatever action they, sangang, they don't get attached to the actions. And then why they do it? Suddhaye. They are doing it for the purification of the Atman. Do we need to purify the Atman? Tell me. Do we need to
No.
purify our Atman?
It's already purified,
No, it's already,
not
yeah.
required.
So then why Lord is saying Atma Suddhaye? Because Atman is ever pure. If that is the case, why the Lord is saying He is doing it for Atma Suddhaye?
For our sanskars,
No, here the Atman word doesn't mean Atman. Its words means mind. So this is where the Mimamsa interpretations come. We have to take it. That here when Lord is talking Atma Suddhaye, He's not making that the purification of the Atman is purification of his mind. So that means Atma Suddhaye. So that means he is saying what is the ultimate result of a karma yogi? This Atma Suddhi. Then whatever the other word he has said, and another thing he carries in his mind is his, we saw, yogina karmam kurbanti, how they work, ayena manasa buddhya, sangam, giving up all the attachment to do Atma Suddhai. And he said another word is there on the first line, you say, Kevalai Indriya Api. Kevalai. That means all these actions are being done. He thinks that it is all are done by his Indriyas, whether Karmendriyas or Jnanendriyas, which we saw in the previous 8th verse and 9th verse. All the actions he has listed it out. So they are only, my Indriyas are only doing it. I am not doing it. Kevalai. Kevalai means here he is giving up Abhimana. That means that ownership of the actions he is giving up. That I do not take the ownership of the actions. If you remember the verse 38th of chapter 3, Nirasi Nirmamo Bhutva Atma Suddhaye. Why he is doing? That verse, if you remember, I think Anjuma was chanted that verse so many times we have discussed. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa nirasi nirmamo bhutva yuddhasya vigatajjara. So sannyasa, all his karma, he is taking sannyasa. That means he is not getting attached to the action. And what he is doing? Adhyatma chetasa. That means he is following up for his spiritual growth. Nirasi. He is not expecting anything from the actions. That means he has given up the results of the action. Then nirmamo. He is not taking the ownership of the action. The nirasi nirmamo bhutva uddhasya vigatajjara. Now get into the actions of this world, Vigatajjara. That means with a calm and quiet mind. So this is in the, remember this. Go back again, you can see. I can share that with you, just a second. Because this is a beautiful verse and you must remember. That's why I want you to have a look at it. This verse, you must always remember this. Verse. Okay, let me, how I share that with you. Okay, go back. Can you see now?
Yes.
Sarvani karmani sanyasya chetasa Rasi nirmamo bhutva yuddhasya vigatajjara. It is the beautiful definition of karma yoga. Mai sarvani karmani. Lord is saying, offer all your actions to me. Mai sarvani karmani. Sanyasya. Do not take ownership of those actions. Adhyatma chetasa. Be always established on spiritual growth. Nirasi, don't expect anything. Whatever result is coming, take as prasada. Nirmamo, don't take ownership of the action. Ahankara is sunya now. Bhutva uddhasya, the actions of this life, whatever the actions are entailed, get into it. He is not saying that, okay, you go to the Himalayas, get into some cave and don't meditate. He's saying, no, in this battle of life, fight all the battles, whatever is necessary, bigata jara, but without any likes and dislikes. There is no anxiety, there is no anxiousness, there is no misery, there is no expectation, there is no balance of expectations. So he is like a beautiful white screen on which the movie is playing. So he is not tempted, whether it is, towering inferno or it is that the vessel which went down. What is that vessel? Who went down?
Titanic.
Titanic. Neither Titanic, if it is placed that the screen gets wet, not it towering inferno, the white screen is getting even warm. Nothing happens. So similarly, we have to in and through all the actions. Now, here and now, today, at this moment also, we must, all of us, we must think that nothing is tempting me. I am not attached to anything. Nothing is touching me. I am ever pure. Whatever action is being done, it is done by my body, mind, intellect. I have nothing to do with all these actions. On the result of the actions, I have nothing to do with it. So this is how we have to carry it. It's not that you run away from the battle. Then it is not liberation. That means if when I come back to the samsara, if the samsara is scaring me, samsara is tempting me, that means it's not also liberation. I should be able to give up. I should be able to get in, but in and through, whether I am outside the samsara or inside the samsara, I should be like that lotus leaf, which is not tainted by water. That is the lifestyle. I have to, mental lifestyle, I have to be in. So this is what the benefit of karma yoga. Now let's see the verse again. That we see that we have postponed all this. Where is it going? So here, ayena manasa buddha kaibale indriyapi yoginam karma kubhanti samyam atmasuddhaya. So ye yogi, whatever the actions he performs through his body, mind and intellect, it's only his sense organs which are doing it. He doesn't take ownership of the actions. Then he is saying he is not attached to the actions, nor to the results of the actions. And whatever actions he is getting engaged in is only to get Atma Suddhaya. So that means we have to live in this world. We have to perform actions. But there is a way of getting into action mode which is helpful to our ultimate spiritual growth, and that is being a karma yogi. There is no way we can forget this. This should be imprinted in our mind that this is what is necessary, absolutely necessary for our spiritual growth. So every action we do, let's make a promise to ourselves that we will take that, not get attached to the action, not get influenced by the result of the actions. We do it that we are doing it for the Lord, whatever the results the Lord is going, because I have a faith that Lord is never unjust. If Lord is not unjust, why he will not provide me whatever so I will get what I deserve, not that what I want. So once you have that conviction, and then you are offering all your actions to the world, the Lord and taking all the result of the action as prasada, then you ensure that your chitta suddhi. Now let's take another one word. Okay. Yukta karma phalam tattva santimapnoti naishtikim ayukta kamakarena phale sakto nibadhyate. Here, Lord is talking about the same thing. He is now looking at in a different angle. He is now juxtaposing what happens to a karma yogi and what happens to a karmi. What the difference is showing in this particular verse. So, in case of we have seen that as far as this practices are concerned, spiritual practices are concerned, karma yoga and jnana yoga are necessary. Karma yoga gives a relative peace of mind, but a jnana yoga will give a pure peace of mind, absolute peace of mind. So karma yoga is like a fasted and jnana yoga is like the real treatment. Okay, so this is, let's keep it in mind. So here he is saying, you karma phalam means person seeker who is into karma yoga. What is saying? Karma phalam tattva. So that is very obvious. He has no expectation of the result of the action. Whatever the result of the action is coming, he is taking it as prasad. So that karma phalam tattva, so that is understandable. Then he says santim apnoti. Santim apnoti. So now he is saying, what is the result of that? Not only he is getting chitta suddhi, okay, because that is something is my internal transformation is coming. But then, is there any visible, perceptible change for me in this world when I am being a karma yogi? So this is what the word he has used now. Santim apnoti. You will get santim, means you will be peaceful. You will not have the anxiety. There are two things happens. So one is we get anxious about the work itself. Am I able to do it perfectly? Will you be able to do it perfectly? Is it, so the action itself we are questioning it sometimes. Then the result of the actions we are anxious. Before even we are getting into actions, we are thinking the result which I am going to accrue up to this action, whether it will be as per my wish. Will it be able to help me? Will you be able to achieve it? So anxiety is there. So now what is happening here? So why the anxiety is coming? Because in the past, I must have some experiences that this sort of things when I have done, I have not been able to achieve or I have been able to achieve. Because that I have not been able to achieve, that's why the anxiousness is coming. If I would have achieved in the past whatever I am doing at whatever results I wanted, if I am getting that, I will not be anxious. I am taking this action. Again, I know that I am going to get this result. So that is straight. So why the anxiety will come? Why the anxiousness will come? Anxiousness comes because in the past, similar actions of similar such situations, I have acted and I have not got the desired result. So my past now is influencing my present thought. So that means I am utilizing my past not to help me. I am now utilizing my past. It is hindering my progress. So this is what happens to a karmi. But what happens to a karma yogi? So every action he feels that if I am doing it for the Lord and if I am offering it to the Lord, whatever result is coming, it is going to be prasada. Where is the question of anxiety will come? Because I am, whatever actions I am doing, whether from brushing my teeth to doing the research on nuclear science, whatever actions I am doing, I am offering to the Lord. So whatever results will come, if it is coming, I am taking that God can never be unjust, and I am getting whatever I deserve. Why the anxiety will come? There will be no anxiety. So I can fully engross in the action itself, and then the result of the actions will be better. Definitely will be better because I am devoid of actions. I can put in 100% of my attention to the action itself. Otherwise, what is happening? My action, because whenever you are doing the action, it is in the present. But the result of the action comes in our mind that will be in the future. Whenever the present that is going to come at that moment, it is the present there. So you cannot do because it is already fructified. So whatever you have done. So if you are thinking about it, only it is totally useless. It's not going to have any utility, and only it is hindering our progress, even in day-to-day life. Because we are not putting 100% of our attention into the action itself. Because most of it is taken by the anxiety and anxiousness about the result of that action. So in the process, what has happened? The present which is available, actually, if you look at it, there is no future. Everything is present. Because whenever, even in future, whenever you are this result of the action you feel is going to fructify, that moment is a present. So everything is having in a present. So the time is a concept of this world. Time has nothing to do. If we look at from the spiritual eye, if I am on my higher eye, there is no past, there is no future, everything is present. Like we saw yesterday when we went for dinner, and today we are now listening to Bhagavad Gita, and after some time we go for a cup of coffee. So everything, there is no demarcation that, oh, this was yesterday's, this is now today, and this tomorrow. There is no such demarcation in our thinking. You can just see in awareness, there is no yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So there is no time. So everything is now. So if everything is now, and when I am getting into action, my 100% a karmi cannot do it because he gets anxious about the result of the action, while a karma yogi
Baba,
is
one
not.
question.
So that's why he's saying karma phalam. So he's now attached to the karma phalas. Then Santim apnoti. Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
you said time.
Santim apnoti. He gets, yes. Deepak Baba, are you putting any question?
Yeah. Baba, you said time has no reference.
Yeah.
Every
See,
action has a start
remember
and an
this
end.
time and distance comes with this creation, this world.
Okay.
See, if we just close our eyes, we think. Yesterday, you had a dinner somewhere. Today, whatever experiences you are having. And, after this class, again, we'll go. Awareness. Either any demarcation where, oh, this is where the yesterday is there. This is now today. And from here, that will be future. It is only one clean slate
But
of
it has a start,
awareness only. There's
but it
nothing
has
else
a
there.
but
So
it has a
that's why the
specific start.
time.
It has a specific end in terms of time, place.
No. Say that when you are saying specific here, that means it's linear because you are an engineer. That means you are thinking that this is a linear process. It started somewhere, it will end somewhere.
Yeah.
But even in Sanatana Dharma, you remember everything is circular.
Circle.
So there is no beginning, there is no end. It just comes out, exists for some time, and goes back because it doesn't have existence of its own existence. So when in the wave in the ocean, when it is coming up, wave actually is not existing. It is the water. It just comes out, exists for some time, again it dissipates into the water.
But
So
Baba,
where is the
when the
beginning?
wave
Where is the
exists,
end? It is only a yes.
when the
Uh,
wave exists,
wave
that
exists.
means it exists for a time. It
Exists for a
exists, it
time. So that's
starts
why.
at a
So
time, it
from the
ends at a
wave
time.
point of view, there is a beginning, there is a middle, and there is an end. But as far as sea is concerned, where is the beginning? Where is the middle? Where is the end? Are you getting it? As far as wave is concerned, yes. But as far as sea is concerned, there is no beginning, there is no middle, there is no end. Similarly, if you are that Brahman, which is all pervading and eternal, remember what we have this Satyam Jnanam Anantam is Brahman, correct? You
Yeah.
remember that. That means it is all pervading, it is eternal. It is like that sea of ocean, sea of existence, sea of awareness. So, where is the beginning? Where is the middle? Where is the end? But as you rightly said, wave has a beginning. Wave exists for some time. Wave dissipates. But then we have seen wave doesn't have a real existence. It is a borrowed existence. Because the moment you take the water out of wave, what is wave is there? When you take the gold out of ornaments, where are the ornaments? This is only appears. So that means the time and distance have no place in as far as your real nature, higher I is concerned. That's what I show. As far as lower I concerned, as far as the wave is concerned, yes, there is a date of birth, there is an existence, and there will be a date of death or date of dissolution. But as far as the water is concerned, the sea is concerned, there is no such beginning, no such middle, no such end. Similarly, for your lower I will have a date of birth, I will have an existence, and I will have a date of dissolution or death. But as far as my higher nature is concerned, it is all pervading, is eternal, it is a witness consciousness. Sakshi Swabhava. So we have to, in and through now our behavior, in and out through our actions, in our through our interactions with this world, we have to shift our identity internally from our body, mind, intellect to that higher I. That I am that higher I, witness consciousness, and I am not this body, mind, and intellect. Is it clear, Baba? You take the example of
Baba. Yes,
wave and
Baba.
the sea. Wave and sea. That's what you have to always remember.
Yes, Baba.
So you karma from santim apnoti. So what is the result? Santim apnoti. Nashtikim. Nashtikim means here. Nashtikim here is meaning that you are, hooked to your adhyatma chetasa. That means to the spiritual growth, to your true self. Nashtikim. So he is now hooked. He is first in there. He is hooked into it. Then ayuktaha. So he is not attached to the actions. Kama karena. Kama karena means to the reason why. Kama karena. He is the reason why he is impelled by what he does into action. Because kama karena means the result of the actions which he has in his mind, the desires. Karma, so he is ayukta. He is not attached to that. Phale, also he is not attached to the phalam also, the result of the action. Sakta nivadhyate. So he is. So this is. So the first line you see yukta, yuktaha. That means the person who is a karma yogi, and he is adhyatma chetasa. That means and brahmanadhyaya. So he has offered every action to the Lord or his higher self. Santim apnoti nashtikim. So he will get santi. But he's saying ayuktaha. Ayukta means the second line. ayukta. That means the person who is not a karma yogi, who is like a karmi, then what will happen? Karma, kama karena phale saktaha. He is attached. Saktaha means he is attached. Who to what? Phalam, the result of the actions. Kama karena, to desires. Kama karena means desires. The desire for action. Why desire for action? Because he needs some result of the action. So that's why he is doing it. He is attached to the karma. So his attachment to the karma and attachment to the phalam of the action, he is saktaha and nivadyate. He is bound. Bound to the result of the action and to the action. Who? He is a ayukta, who is not a karma yogi. So the first line he is saying yuktaha, second line he is starting with ayuktaha. So if he is a yuktaha, that means if he is a karma yogi, so he is not bound to the result of the actions. He is not bound to the actions. So he is always hooked onto his spiritual higher nature. Then what he gains is santim. He get peace of mind, blissful state. But he in second line he juxtaposing, he is saying ayuktaha, the person who is not a karma yogi. Then what will happen? Kama karena phale saktaha. You will be getting attached to the action, you will be getting attached to the result of the action, and then you will be bound by it. That means result of the actions will accrue to him, it will be added to his sanchita karma, and then in the next life, again he will come back again and again and again to this year, the journey you will start. So this is what he will happen, a ayuktaha. So, so now you have to make a choice. So you want to be a karma yogi or you want to be ayukta, a karmic person. What you want to do? You want to share anything? Okay. Things? Yes. Nehama, are you there? Sir is there. Bhavna Shripad Baba is there. Okay. Okay. Anything you want to share, ma?
I was just appreciating Baba the demarcations of the Gita. How first very see they seem connected the verses to Karma Yoga, and I was initially wondering why is this in the chapter of Karma Sannyasin Yoga. Then I was just appreciating. I realized so beautiful how nicely Karma Yoga was explained, how nicely Jnana Yoga was explained.
Yes.
Now how it's so beautiful how this chapter is about
Sannyasa yoga. See,
Yes.
because he is slowly going to. You have very beautifully noticed because slowly he will turn from karma. How he will slide into jnanam. Because previously he was thinking, I am not attached to the action. I am not attached to the result of the action. But he knows that I am doing karma. But
correct.
when the jnanam is coming, he feels that I am that higher I have nothing to do with this karma. Who is doing the then karma? My lower nature is doing. See, this is where the jnanam is coming. So now he has graduated to his higher, that is jnana. So that he is going to now come. Now from the 14th verse itself, now he will go into mostly into jnanam
Very
portion
beautiful.
of. But you have really noticed it, how he is sliding from karma to jnanam. Beautiful one. Yeah, beautiful observation. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, if you have seen, I want to show you something. This is nothing to do with Bhagavad Gita. Can you see this one? Can you see? Can you see this scenery?
Wow.
Beautiful. Wow. Beautiful.
Baba, where are you, Baba?
Maldives, maybe.
So
Ooh.
this is the house. In front of this is the sea. I was afraid that this sound of the waves may come on our class. Can you see those boats?
Yeah.
Blessed, Baba, blessed.
You like it? Sorry,
Where is this, Baba?
this is in Dubai only.
Huh? Oh,
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Shouldn't have the retreat here.
Beautiful place. Yes, sir. This is the house.
Should have the retreat here, Baba.
Sorry.
We should have the retreat here.
Okay. This is yeah, because our family is here. We are in Mauritius.
Ah.
So maybe you all can plan and come here. It's a beautiful place.
When did you buy this,
thank
Baba?
you. Yeah, thank you. Let's close our eyes. Let us thank God and Gurus for giving us this opportunity to listen to Bhagavad.